In our last video, I alluded to the fact that the source of our food is extremely important, and I want to elaborate on that very quickly. So, when we think about food and its presentation to the body, we have to think about what the body recognizes. And the body recognizes things that are as close to their natural form as possible. And in their natural form, either the protein is beautifully recognized by things like the immune system or the digestive tract, and it's also beautifully recognized by things like the microbiome. If you want more information on all of this, please see one of the earlier videos when we introduced digestion and the microbiome. Now in this video, when we're focusing on our source, we're really coming down to what is the closest to the natural form that I can present this information to the body. This is true for both plant and animal sterols. Let's take a simple example of soybean. Soybean, or edamame, let's say, or even organic tofu. When these things come in their original form and you're using them with minimal processing, organically grown with minimal amount of pesticides, for example, this really allows the body to uptake all of the nutrients possible from this food. On the other hand, as we get more and more processed, so from soybean, we create the tofu. From the tofu, we create something like soy milk. So if it's possible, consume soybean, right? That would be the best case scenario. If it's very difficult, consume the organic tofu. And if even that is very difficult, then you consider, for example, soy milk. But the closer to the original form you can get, the better it is for you. Another great example is something like apples or grapes versus consuming something like dried apples or some type of grape candy. Again, the more you add ingredients and process of food or dehydrate it by increasing then or decreasing the caloric density, the more you're not allowing your body to get its full potential from that food. Animal sterols are absolutely no different. Take a simple example of cow's milk. When you are consuming cow's milk, you really want to make sure that that milk is coming from a cow that has been treated properly, because in that milk also comes some of those hormones, the same hormones that we would make in our body, like estrogen, for example. So if we want the fats to be in their most anti-inflammatory state possible, then we really want that cow to have grazed in a pasture and to be able to eat grass, which is what they were supposed to consume in order for them to produce that very healthy fat in their milk. Likewise, in terms of that cow's milk itself, the less processing you can do to that milk, the better it is for you. Now, please be cautionate, of course, that things like pasteurization save lives, and they really do help reduce your infection risk or your infection load. But looking for things like organic, no added antibiotics, no pesticides, good farming practices, grass-fed. These are all simple terms. If you're looking for a lot more information, a great place to consider would be something like the Environmental Working Group. Use this information and learn so that you can start buying foods, whether they're animal or plant sterols, from the best source possible. I hope this was helpful to start by forming some clarity about what we mean by a healthy source. I will see you in the next video.